Hello and welcome. You are learning deploying local images in Swarm cluster, and this is chapter number 5. So far, we already discussed about 3 ways to copy our local images across Docker Swarm cluster. All these ways are good, but there are some few issues as well. We have to use some commands. Now, if you have repeatable tasks, if you are updating your application on a weekly basis, it would be very difficult for you to maintain your images across all the Docker hosts. That's why we want something automation over here. And if there is automation, there is always DevOps, and we have to create CI/CD pipeline. Now, let's start chapter number 5 and let's understand CI/CD pipeline. First of all, I want you to understand process without CI/CD pipeline, and then I'm going to explain you about CI/CD pipeline process. Let's say that I have Docker Swarm cluster with 3 hosts. Now, in the real world scenario, what is actually happening here? There is a coder or a team of coders who will write code here on their local system. Once they will write this code, they will upload this codes onto any one of your Docker hosts. Let's say that this is a manager, so we are going to upload code here. Once coder will upload this code, here you will build image, right? You have Docker file, you have source code. So from this, you will use Docker build command and you will build image. Once you will build this image, you will share this image across all the Docker host. After that, you will create one service. Now, what if you are going to update your application? Again, coder will upload new code. Now from this new code, you have to build image version 1. This is image version 0. This is image version 1. Then you have to share this image again with your Docker host. And then you have to update this image with your services. So every time you have to go through this process, and I think it's a time-consuming process. What if I'm telling you that we have best way to do this task? We can set up automatic pipeline, so when the coder will update their code, it will automatically update this code and images to all the Docker hosts, and then from this image we can also update our running application. The whole process will become automatic, and if we are able to set this, we can say that we have set up exactly according to the real world scenario. Now, we will definitely set up this, but this will be our project 1. You may have one question that why you are not actually explaining this particular topic right now, why you are not doing this right now. We have to wait, right? I know that, but before we are going to set up our main project, before we are going to set up our CI/CD pipeline, I want you to understand load balancing. I want you to understand auto scaling. I want you to understand monitoring. And then if you will set up this kind of pipeline, it will help you to understand whole scenario. That's why we are not actually doing this particular project right now. I want you to wait. I want you to complete all the learning process, and finally we will go for the projects. So, if you look at this particular portion is totally blank. Why? Because this is for the project. And when you will do this project, you will also understand power of DevOps, because what we are doing right now, it is all this process is actually manual. With automatic process, you will understand power of DevOps. So, please wait. and go with the next chapter. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.